Hello, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot if you don't hablo español, and I am super excited to announce the Art of Reading Price Section 30-day bootcamp. Now, I know you may be wondering, well, Tim, we just had the Art of Reading Price Action mentorship. What's the difference between the mentorship and the boot camp? Well, unlike the mentorship, this is a month-long boot camp for up to 20 people where I will be dedicating the entire month of January to share my understanding of the ICT concepts and how to use them on a day-to-day basis. Not only will I just be sharing my understanding of the ICT concepts, but once you're inside the private Discord, you'll have access to weekly Q&As, you'll have access to weekly homework reviews, you'll have access to at least 14 tape reading sessions, and you'll have access to the private Discord for up to 6 months after the boot camp ends. And at the end of the boot camp, each individual that's inside the boot camp will have an opportunity to schedule and conduct a 1-hour one-on-one coaching session with myself. Now, the boot camp will be broke down into 4 phases. Phase 1 will be a revamp of the Art of Reading Price Action educational material. Phase 2 will begin our tape reading sessions. And Phase 3, we will move into developing strategies for those that are unable to develop their own strategy. I will work with you to come up with a strategy that fits your trader identity or your trading style. And Phase 4 will be a combination of tape reading, Q&As, and we will start to schedule the one-on-one coaching sessions for everyone involved. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. How much does it cost? Well, the Art of Reading Price Action Bootcamp will go on sale beginning December 1st, 2024 for the price of $1,000. But if you are a current member of the gang, you have a special discount code inside the Discord right now, which you can use up until December 25th to get 75% off that $1,000. So it will be $250 for any current gang members if you use the code that's inside the Discord. Now, for everyone else, you have a discount code for 50% off that's good until December the 14th. And that discount code is SPIDER50. Again, for everyone that's not a member of the Spider Gang Discord already, your discount code is SPIDER50 and it's good for 50% off, and you can use that coupon code up until December the 14th. Now, it's first come, first serve. It's only available for up to 20 people. So once it's gone, it's gone. Take advantage of it today, and I hope to see you on the inside. Again, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot if you don't hablo español. Y'all be safe out in these trade streets, man. Gone. My bad, man. What's going on? I said what's going on, the gym. I was muted. I was in the middle of doing some stuff on the phone and I forgot to unmute. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But what's going on to Jim in the Discord? What's going on to Tish over there in YouTube? What's going on to Kim over there in YouTube? Who else on YouTube? Who else in here, man? Y'all holler at me so I can see who in here. And while y'all drop something in the chat, allow me to say good evening. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please. Especially if you over there on the Twitter. I think they still not the Twitter, the TikTok. I think they still letting me stream on TikTok. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be forever, but I saw something that made me think that it may just be temporary. But if you're tuned in on the Tick of the Talks, hello. And allow me to say, if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I would like to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That's Big Spider if you don't hablo español. And you are now in tune to another episode of the Intra-Day Price Action Recap. Yes, this is when we get together as the gang and we sit down and we look at what the charts would have done throughout the day. Right? Throughout the day. What's going on in Thomas? Pulling up in here. What's going on the lump? Pulling up in here. Right. I see more numbers than I see names, but I guess don't nobody else want me to shout them out. Shout out the new follower on the Tick of the Talks. I see TikTok says that I got a new follower based off. Welcome, new follower. Welcome, new follower. What's going on? The boys fan. What's happening to boys fans? I appreciate you for following me. Boys fans, come hang out with us. We typically go live and do a price action recap. Sometimes we might pop up and do something throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? We stay popped up, man. We stay popped up. Anyway, let's get right into it. What's up, Marco? Let's get right into it, man. Again, I'm inside the Discord. I'm inside the voice. If y'all decide y'all want to, pop up in the voice and say something, feel free to do so. Right? Feel free to do so. I am in the voice. If you do pop up in the voice, just unmute and say, hey, Tim, I got something. Let's get right into it, man. This is today's price action, right? A typical high resistance day. A lot of deep retracements, a lot of overlapping candles. Typical high resistance day. This morning, me and the gang was talking. Shout out to gang. Pulled up today. You know what I'm saying? With some we had a little pop-up session this morning. Shout out to gang. Speaking of the pop-up session this morning, right? We had I did a little giveaway with the gang and gave away one slot to get into the boot camp. Right? Gave away one slot to get into the boot camp to a gang member. All right. Now, let me tell y'all about the gang, man, before I get into it. Let me tell y'all about the gang. Right? We had a giveaway. And I used a random number generator. And I put a poll. In the Discord. I said, hey, but they didn't know what the giveaway was. I said, hey, um, um, God dog it. I'm trying to see how many slots left. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. All right, I cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. So, all right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So we got 10 slots. Wait a minute. Is that right? Is that right? 10 slots? We got 9. No, we got 10. What is this thing? It looked. I'm sorry, y'all. It looked different. It used to be like a spot on there that showed me. It used to be a spot on there that showed me exactly how. There you go. There you go. I'm like they switched it up on me. Right? They switched it up on me. It used to be a spot on there that showed me exactly how many how many people was in there. Right? How many people was in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we got 10 slots. We got 10 slots available. All right. Man, that took it out me right there. You know what I'm saying? Like they be randomly updating sites and stuff and moving stuff out the way. Anyway, got 10 slots available inside the price of reading. I mean the boot camp, right? The art of reading price action boot camp. We got 10 slots available. Non-gang members, the 50% off code has expired, so it's back to regular price of $1,000. Gang members, it's your 75% off code that's inside the Discord. That's good until Christmas. Non-gang members, it's again, your 50% off code has expired. It has expired. If you would like to participate in the boot camp, link is in the description down there. If you go in the description, the first link will be to join the boot camp. The second link will be my Apex code if you want to try prop firms, and the third link will be to schedule a one-on-one. I've reopened back up scheduling the one-on-one video chats that I used to do for those that want some one-on-one consultation. You know what I'm trying to say. You want to talk to me because you think I know what I'm talking about, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. One-time payment to sit down and talk to me for an hour because you think I know what I'm talking about. I done reopen that back up. That's the third link in the description, right? But the 30-day boot camp starts January 1st. 50% off is over. 75% off of gang members goes until Christmas. the link, I mean, your 75% off code is in the Discord, in the announcements channel. Now, let's get to it. What's happening to the Black Al Davis? What's happening to Shonister? Right? Shonister, check your DM. Right? Check your DM. You should be, oh, you already checked it. I see you already checked it. All right. Never mind, Shonister. You ain't got to check your DM no more. I see you already checked it. Oh, that's what I was saying about the gang gang. All right. So I put up a poll. For the gang gang. I said, hey, today when we pull up, right, if you happen to win the giveaway, nobody knew what the giveaway was, right? Nobody knew what the giveaway was. Nobody knew. This was just a pop-up that I was doing. I just randomly said, hey, if you participated in the class participation, join me at 9:30, right? Join me at 9:30, and if you participated, join me at 9:30, and whoever got like the best analysis, right? You gonna win something special, right? So I put up the poll. I said, hey, if you happen to win, do you want to pay it forward, mean bless somebody else in the gang, or do you want to take the prize, right? Put up a poll, right? We had some people that said, hey, I want to pay it forward. I want to bless somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know what the prize is. I want to bless somebody else, right? So we go in. Before I even announce it, I just go in. I put everybody's name into a spreadsheet. I use a random number generator, and the random number generator picks out one of the people who said, I want to pay it forward, right? I did it all in front of the gang, and I didn't pick nobody. I let the random number generator do the picking, right? The random number generator picked out somebody who said, hey, I want to pay it forward, right? So then, once we got everything going, right, I let everybody know, hey, the giveaway is for one free slot to get into the boot camp, right? And then the person that said, I want to pay it forward, they just so happen to already be in the boot camp. Can't make it up. Nobody can say, you rigged it, you fixed it. I did everything before I even announced what the thing was, and the random number generator picked that person, right? So that person said they want to pay it forward. So what did we do? We went in and went, because of course, when now the person say, hey, you can just give it to everybody. Now everybody got their hand up. I want it. They since she giving it away, I want it. So I get another random generator and it picks somebody. And guess what? That person wasn't present. Because one of the stipulations was you have to be present to win. That person wasn't present. So we had to go back, random number generator again, and we finally got us a winner that was present. And so just the love of the gang said, hey, I want to bless somebody else. And it just so happened she was already in the boot camp, and another person got an opportunity to be a part of the boot camp because of the love of the gang. Because this person said, hey, pay it forward. Bless somebody else. Without even knowing what the gift was going to be. So, I just want to say hats off to the gang member that said, hey, pay it forward. Congratulations to everybody who participated. If you're not part of the gang, hey, your 50% off code gone. So, but you can still pull up to the boot camp with the first link in the description. What's up, Deborah? I see you jumped in here. What you jumped in here for? You got something to say? What's up? The G is silent. Deborah, you popped up in here like you had something to say. Tell Sherwin I said, what's happening? Looking at the charts, it's about that time. Marco, why you say you owe me a homework? I owe a homework. We didn't have any homework. We didn't have any homework, Marco. What homework you talk about from the mentorship? What homework you got to do? You say you got some homework because y'all sure don't be having no questions when we do the homework. The quiz you were just talking about. Oh yeah. You ain't got to worry about doing it. We already talked about it on the video. We already went through it and talked about it on the video. It had an expiration. There was an expiration on it. Me too. I had me a good nap. I was sleeping like a newborn baby. All right, so today I was talking to the gang. And I said, hey, tomorrow is FOMC in the afternoon. All right, we had a large range day yesterday. All right, this is yesterday's price action right here. All right, all of this is yesterday's price action right there. That looks a little glizzy. I'm gonna do this. All right, so this is yesterday's price action right there. All right, so I said, hey, since we had a large range day yesterday, and then we got big news coming up tomorrow afternoon, gang, I'm anticipating the day to just be an inside day. Who knows what an inside day is? Somebody tell me what an inside day is? What's an inside day?
Where we just range inside the previous day's, I guess, candle.
Yes. We just trade inside the previous day's range, right? And it's typically a smaller portion of that range. And if you look at yesterday's range, this is yesterday's range, then you'll notice I have a line right there. That line, that's the equilibrium or the 50% point of yesterday's range. If you notice, today's price action started here. We didn't take out the high. We didn't take out the low. And price just ranged inside the upper portion or the premium area of yesterday's range. Right? Now, you can't stop the algorithm from algorithming, right? Because when you go up and expand, right, we anticipate price to retrace back to at least what? Somebody tell me, what do we anticipate price to retrace back to whenever we expand? We anticipate
equilibrium.
To equilibrium. Very good. And where did price retrace back to today? Equilibrium. Stopped right there, equilibrium, and then went back up. Then it traded back down toward equilibrium again, and then went back up. Right? You can't stop the algorithm from algorithming. Even if Uncle Jerome stands in there and hits that button and say, hey, stop, it's going to act like the algorithm. If it comes back down, he say, hey, stop, it's going to act like the algorithm. You can't stop the algorithm from doing what the algorithm does, because there's only certain things that the algorithm can do. The algorithm can't do a whole lot. It can only do certain things. That's all it can do. The algorithm is super smart, right? But the only thing that the algorithm can understand are, that's it, ones and twos. It understands ones and twos, or zeros and ones. Right? Zeros and ones. That's computer talk. Right? Zeros and ones. That's all it can understand. Zero. If this means A, right? If you have 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, that's A. Then you got 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. That's B. Then you got 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. That's C. All it understands is zero combinations of zeros and ones. It's very simple. And you can't stop it from doing, when you learn to see the signatures, right? You can identify the signatures. We talked today, me and the gang talked today, right, about the algorithm doing things based off of time and price. right? Let's go in here and let's set up sessions, right? And we got 3 to 5, got 9:30. Let's do 12. Let's do 1:30 to 4. Right. And then for giggles, we'll just do the Asian. For giggles, let's do 7 to midnight. All right, let's hit OK right there. Maybe if I showed it, it'll help if I showed it. Okay. All right, so spread this out here. All right.
Tim, is this on YouTube?
Yes, it's on the tube.
Okay, good.
Why?
Because I want to make sure it was being recorded.
Let me see here. So I got, let me look at this one more time. 3 to 5, 9:30 to 12, 1:30 to 4. Put 4. 1:30 to 4, and 7 to I put 3 to 5. Let's put 1:30. 0, 1:30. All right. 0, 1:30. Okay. These are the actual. I was trying to do the actual kill zones. All right. There you go. Okay. These are those kill zones there, right? So these are the kill zones. Okay. We got the Asian kill zone, right? We got the London kill zone. We got the New York morning kill zone. Then the New York afternoon kill zone. All right. These are the kill zones. Okay. So, excuse me. During each kill zone, right, you can see that there's a great amount of high resistance liquidity runs, right? Great amount of high resistance liquidity runs, right? And then me and the gang, we had talked about, what price had done, up into coming into the New York morning, right? We had talked about what price had done coming up into the New York morning, right? Because we had got on live together at like 9:30, right? Right there. We had got on live. So we had talked about what price had done, right? Coming up into that point right there. Okay. So now, right? If you part of the gang, go back and look at the video that we did from this morning. It's in the member section. It was like about a pop-up and a giveaway. Look at that to refresh yourself there. Now, for everybody else and the ones who saw that already, even during high resistance conditions, you cannot stop the algorithm from being the algorithm. Okay? Like we said, price, once we get an expansion, we anticipate price coming back to at least equilibrium. Right? All right. And for everybody who, might be thinking, hey, this guy just, hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. What is this thing doing? I might need to restart my computer because I might need to restart my computer because it be dragging. Kashaya. Missed. All right. If you look right here, right? This
Good morning, Tim.
What's going on, Deborah? Y'all see right here? This
Deborah, do you need a third option too?
You see can y'all see the date down there in the corner?
Oh, I ain't even sharing my screen. Let me share my screen with y'all.
Y'all see this date down there?
Let me share
It
my
says
screen. Let me go see.
2012. It
Let me
says
find the, I need a
17
third eye.
December,
Shawnee, I need a
9:47
third
in the
option.
morning.
It
It
is.
it
Oh yeah,
it
she in here.
the recording thing. That's the
Depends
date
on the
it sets,
prize.
right? And if you
Let me
look
see
at,
who up in here. I need to go to class participation. Oh, this
if
is
you
class
look,
participation.
you can't
I
see
need
it.
to go to
The
polls.
thing is in the way. You can't see it
All
there.
right.
I was trying to
Let me
show
write these down.
down there. It's got like the date in
I
the
see we
corner
got
there,
5.
right? But what
Shiny.
a main thing I'm saying is, if you look right here, there's a line right there that says range equilibrium right there. And there's other PD arrays that used to be there this morning. And this is stuff that I was looking for a reaction off of, right? So it was there. So for anybody that says, hey, this guy just, wants to come up here after everything done and stick this line on the chart right here saying, hey, well, that's the equilibrium that I was looking for price to go back down to, and it did it. Right? It was already there. That's the video from this morning. It was already there. Those were the PD arrays that we were looking at, because that is from, I know gang be like, Tim, why you always doing this? Because we have people in here that's not gang members, and they pop in and they see the stuff afterwards, right? Because if we look on here, this was the screenshot, right? This was the screenshot that I had shared right there. No, which one? Pop quiz. That's that. Yes, that was that. Yeah. This was the screenshot that I had shared right there that had the 8 p.m. and then no, this one right here. That was the what's the name? And then right here in the middle of those conditions, 8:26 a.m. right? So these are the screenshots right there. That was when I first shared that. Talk about the algorithm being the algorithm. And then that is when I shared that with, right, the 1:30 and the 7:30, right, the different time zones, right? These are the different screenshots we were going through right there. And then you can see once we got to the live, right, that was the sell side we was watching, right? And a little bit further down from the sell side, what you couldn't see in the other screenshot was the equilibrium that we had there, right? You can see there it says range equilibrium right there, and it's a solid line, right? And then we had the other PD arrays, and then when you can see here now, right, I adjusted it to say day equilibrium, right? And it's a dotted line, right? Day equilibrium, and it's a dotted line, right? Yep, so that was that. Just to show that, hey, no hindsight over here. Just in case there are some haters here. All right. So back on business, right? This is the 9:30 open right there. As you see, we said anytime you get expansion, we can anticipate price coming back to at least equilibrium. That's a signature of algorithmic trading, right? Even during this high resistance, right? Large retracements, a bunch of overlapping candles, right? Where does price go? Right there to equilibrium. Okay? So after 9:30, price came down to where? Equilibrium. Right? And then after coming to equilibrium, what did price do? It came back up, right? And took out the buy side, trading back up into that SIBI from 7 a.m., right? That 7 a.m. SIBI right there. Right, 15-minute SIBI. Okay. All right. Got a 7 a.m. SIBI right there, traded up into it, overshot it. Nothing wrong with overshooting it. It's a 15-minute SIBI, right? Overshot it a little bit, came back down, right? And then price broke back down, coming down, and created relative equal lows, right? Why? Deep retracement, right? Deep retracement. Now, if you are looking saying, hey, Tim, we had a bullish break in market structure, why didn't price continue up, right? Because if you look at price, right, once we came here, right there, and start to come back down, right, start to come back down, put it there, buy side, buy side, buy side, right? Now, if you look here, once we came here on the expansion, drop down below that low right there, right? We expanded up, came down, dropped below that low right there. If we look at this little area there, that's the last little bit of consolidation, right? Before going up, right? What is this last little bit of consolidation considered when we're coming up like this right here, right? This is your last area of accumulation. Once we come back down below that last area of accumulation, right, and start to respect premium PD arrays, right, what does that mean? Price has switched to what kind of program?
A sale program.
Price has switched to a sale program, right? And since price has switched to a sale program after we have expanded up, right? Now you can assume, right, since it's switched to a sale program, you're not just assuming for the sake of assuming, you're assuming for the sake of signatures. Now you can assume that you are on the right side of a market maker sell model. All right? Why? Because once you switch from a buy program to a sell program, now you're anticipating price to respect premium PD arrays, right? Meaning PD arrays that's above price, meaning PD arrays that's actually in a premium, meaning up close candles, right? You're anticipating price to respect premium PD arrays and pushing through discount PD arrays. Discount meaning below price, discount meaning in a discount, and discount meaning down close candles, right? So anything, you know what I'm saying, of the bearish thing, you're looking for it pushing through it, right? Showing weakness. So when we look over here, right, in the Asian session, we set a high. That's why I marked out that buy side, right? Let me take some of this other stuff off here because there's too much going on my chart for me right now. I don't need that 15-minute fair value gap right now. I don't need that. I'll do this right here. Let's do this right here because when it be a lot of stuff on there, I don't be wanting to confuse nobody. Okay, so here we are. When I squeeze it up, they getting overlapping each other. Y'all know how I be. Y'all know how I be. It be like driving me crazy. Okay. All right, now for real now. So here we are. You see that during the Asian session here, all these other colors drive me crazy too. So I'm about to do this right here. I'm so sorry. If this is getting on your nerve, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'll show them the door, Tim, because this is good to me.
He said, I show up the door. The door is right over there. I be trying not to kick nobody out. My mom be like, I be kicking people out. I be being mean. I be kicking people out. You can't be on there. You can't be on the internet and just be being mean to people. That's what she be telling me. My mom be getting on me like I'm 15. I be like, Mom, you know I'm 52, right? Mom, you know I'm 52, right? And I'm doing this because all those other colors over there, it's like getting on my nerve, and I got to get them out of here. Like that. Okay. So now, see, I can focus better now. Okay. Let me change the color of this. I can focus better now. All right. I can focus better now. All right. So, okay. It's in the Asian kill zone, right? This orange line here, that's the open of the new trading day, right? For those that don't know, the futures, it closed at 5 p.m. and opened back up at 6 p.m. Right? So that's the open of the new trading day, right? Right here, this black line that's very skinny. Let me thicken it up some. Right? That black line, that's the midnight open. And if you notice, I put true open over there next to the midnight open. Why did I put true open? Because ICT teaches the algorithm runs off of New York time, right? And the new day for New York time starts at midnight, right? So that's a new day for the algorithm, right? This is the start of the new day for the actual trading, the futures market, but for the algorithm, that's just the end of that day, right? Because the new day starts at 12 midnight, right? So this right here is the day for the future, for the futures, right? Because this started December 17th, right? And then December 17th ends over here somewhere, right? So that's why I put true open over there. So for the algorithm, that's the start of the new day. For the algorithm, that's the end of yesterday. But for the futures market, this is the start. This is the opening price of the day, right? And the algorithm knows all of this. The algorithm knows all of this. So right here, what do we have? We have the opening price of the market and the opening price of the next day for the algorithm right there in close proximity. They're right there close to each other, right? So if you notice during the Asian session, right, the start of the day, right, the market makes a high, right? During that same Asian session, right, the market came down. Well, prior to that Asian session, the end of this trading day, the market came down, got a bearish break in market structure, right? And then traded back up into that imbalance, into that bearish breaker, into, right, that last area of accumulation, showing that now it is respecting premium PD arrays. It is respecting a premium PD array. It is respecting a premium PD array, right? For those who don't know, there's a bearish order block over there. There's a bearish breaker over there. There's a bearish fair value gap over there, right? And if we take a line, right, this, well, I'll take a box, right? This box right here, this is the order block, right? All of the bodies of the candles are respecting that order block, right? If we come here to our fair value gap, there's a volume up. Let me see. Yep. Nope. We don't want to include that because the wick goes to 50%, right? So we'll come here, there, and there, right? We overshoot the fair value gap a little bit, right? But we're still respecting the order block there, and then we are still respecting our breaker. Now, it's inside consolidation, but you pick your poison, right? We have this breaker, this down close candle there, right? And you got this down close candle there. For me, right, I'm choosing that down close candle there because this is when price was going up, right? Right, price was coming up. It came up to this area, start to go down, right? This is the highest candle, right, on the going up side before breaking back down, right? So that's why I'm choosing that one, right? But this one right here is in the same proximity, right? And if you look at it, it's just, at this point, it's just picking straws of which one you really want to grab. But for me, I always go for the one that's in the price leg that pushed price up. If it gets up there and starts consolidating, I'm looking at the leg that took price up. I'm not looking inside the consolidation, right? But either way you go, you're right there respecting the breaker, right? Respecting the order block, right? And then the fair value gap, we did overshoot it a little bit. And then there's one more PD array that you can watch whenever you're looking at price there. We have another down close candle right there with the wick right here, right? That we respecting consequent encroachment of that down close candle. So all of these premium PD arrays, all of this price action here is respecting it, right? And what are we doing over here? We are engineering liquidity right here. We're consolidating. We're engineering liquidity, right? And if we pay close attention right here, if we pay close attention right here on this candle right there, we poke above all of that consolidating area, right? We poke above there, right there, right? And when we poked above there, what did price do? Price dropped, right? Came all the way down and traded below, right? Came all the way down and traded below the consolidation. So in that little move right there, right, that just gave us a Judas swing, showing bearishness, that it wants to go down, okay? Right, and that was during the Asian kill zone, right? So now, during the Asian kill zone, we have got a Judas swing showing that we want to go down, right? So coming from the Asian kill zone low, right? We'll stretch that out there, right? Once we got our Judas swing there, right? We start to break down there, and then we started coming into the London kill zone, right? This is our London kill zone right here. Okay, we come into our London kill zone, and inside the London kill zone, right, we form a high, right, and we form a low, right? We form a high, we form a low, right, inside the London. Right. Let's see. London. We'll say London initial high. Right? London initial high. That's what we're going to call that. Right? And then we'll call this London initial low. Initial low. Right? London initial high. London initial low. Right? And when is it forming? Right? We're inside the London kill zone. As we're coming into a new time, a new kill zone, right? A new time, right? When you're coming into a new anything, what are we anticipating? Some type of manipulation, right? So we come into the kill zone and we go up, right? So we move up, and then we move up. We quickly displace down, right? Taking out the sell side from the Asian kill zone, right? Taking out the sell side from the Asian kill zone, signifying what? That price wants to go down. What does that agree with? That agrees with over here when we broke down below there, showing that we had got into a sell program, right? So inside the London kill zone, we're confirming that the sell program is still intact, right? So we confirm that the sell program is still intact. Okay. You say, but Tim, we came back and we got a break in market structure. Why didn't we go up? We just asked the same thing over here. Why didn't we go up? See that? Tim, look at that. Look. Does this look like anything else? Right? Does this look like anything else? Who can see it? Is there anyone? Is it just me? Is it just me? Look at that right there. Does that move above those highs? Does that look like anything else? Huh? Am I tripping? Somebody in the chat. How the young boy say chat? Chat. Do y'all see the same thing I see, chat? Huh? Oh yeah. Okay. Somebody see it. All right. So we're proving that this proves that the sell program is still intact. Now, whenever we're coming into the charts, right? Whenever we're coming into the charts, or whenever we're coming into a new time frame, right? You can allow price to form a range, right? Once you allow price to form that range based off of time, not just because this is when I want to look at the chart, based off of time, right? What time are we basing it off of? Some type of algorithmic time that coincides with the concepts. This is the London kill zone, right? So coming into this specific time, right, we allow the market to establish a range, right? So we establish a range during a specific time, right? Once we got our range, whenever we let the market establish a range, what do? We wait to see if the market will engage with the liquidity that was engineered. We set an initial high in the London kill zone. We set an initial low in the London kill zone. Tim, what makes that initial high and a low? We traded up and then we reversed. We traded down and then we reversed. Buy side liquidity resting above that high, sell side liquidity resting below that low. We have engineered liquidity. We got a high, we got a low, right? So we sit there and we wait. price engages with the buy side, right? Once price engages with a liquidity, what do? We wait to see what? We wait to see one of two things. What's the first one we wait to see? If price is going to do what? Hello? Somebody type, somebody speak. Huh? Don't nobody know? Y'all taking too long. We want to see if price is going to continue or if price is going to reverse after engaging with the liquidity. There you go. Shonister, very good. Continue in the same direction or will it reverse? We're looking for signatures to let us know now that we've engaged this buy side, will price continue or will price reverse? Right? So as we engage the buy side here, right, price goes up. How far can it go beyond any liquidity? Right? That's what you always want to know. You want to have areas that's marked out that lets you know how far it can go. Right? Above this liquidity, we have the open, we got the true open, and then we got buy side liquidity that's resting above that that liquidity pool right there. Okay? Now, in the sense of buying and selling, right? When you sell, you want to sell, and when you buy, you want to buy in a discount, and when you sell, you want to sell in the premium. And not only do you want to sell in the premium, where is the most optimum place to be selling if you're selling in a premium? Where's the most optimum place to be selling? Type faster. I sure wish somebody had talked to me. Above the open. Very good. Right? Above the open. Right? So, and if you're and I'm glad Tyler, I'm glad Tyler said that. In a top wick, right? I'm glad Tyler said that, right? In a top wick. So, in a top wick, that can be a little confusing for people that don't really understand how to truly read price action, right? How to truly read price action, because it's not going to always be in a wick when you're selling and buying. It won't always be a wick when you're selling and buying. Typically, if you're getting in with the whole with the power of 3, a lot of the time you're going to be selling in a wick, meaning you got open, high, low, and then close, right? So you want to be selling up here in the manipulation part of the move, right? In the manipulation part of the move. And in the sense of the entire time frame that you're watching, then you're selling inside that wick, right? But like it depends on like when you're selling it, when you're doing it, right? That's when you're selling inside that wick, when it's encompassing the idea of the entire time frame that you're selling. So now when you're selling here above this open, right? Above, and in this case, it's above true day open and the daily open, right? Then this up here, that manipulation leg up there, that will be the wick that you're selling inside of. And if you look at the whole time as a candle, then you're selling inside that wick right there. You're not going to always be able to go to the chart and go up in time frames and find the wick that you sold in. But in the sense of understanding how price moves, if you look at all of this as a candle, that's your open, that's your high, right? That's your low, and that's your close. So this area down here is the bottom wick. This area up here is the top wick in the sense of this range on this day, right? And that may not jive with the candle that you see when you look at your chart, right? So very good, Tyler. Appreciate that input there. Okay. So we come back above the open, but we don't take out the liquidity, right? What is this confirming? That the sell program is still intact, right? And you say, well, Tim, we're pushing through premium PD arrays coming back up. That's true, because in this price leg right here, this time frame has switched to a buy program, right? For this time frame here, this price leg here, price has switched to a buy program. And what do we say in a buy program? We're supposed to push through premium PD arrays, right? And when we got back up here above the open, back up here in a premium, right? Came back up to a premium of our overall move. Remember, this is our equilibrium right there. We're back up here in a premium. We're back up here above the open, right? And we do not take out the buy side, right? Showing that the sell program is still intact, right? And once we get up here above the open, price does what? Dumps back off and takes out that London kill zone low. What does that indicate, right? What does taking out that London kill zone low indicate? That price wants to continue down, right? What does that agree with? Going back to the initial thing that we're in a sell program, right? Showing that price wants to continue down. Okay. So now that price has taken out the London kill zone low, right? We have come into the New York kill zone, right? Coming into the New York kill zone. Okay. What do we do? Coming into the New York kill zone, price, come here. Come here. I guess I can make those numbers bigger, huh? I mean, those letters bigger, huh? All right, we come into the New York kill zone, right? Remember time, right? What did price do? Price created a high, price created a low. Whenever we create a range inside a new specific area of time, what do we wait for? To see if price will engage with liquidity. What does price do? Price engages with the buy side. Wait a minute, Tim. Am I having deja vu? Is this deja vu? No, it's not deja vu. Because even in the midst of high resistance, you can't stop the algorithm from being the algorithm, right? So we come into the New York kill zone. We established a high. We established a low. We engaged the buy side, right? We do not take out the buy side, right? We don't take out the buy side. This is the London time frame we created. We don't take out the buy side, right? Once we get up here above the buy side, price breaks back down, right? Price breaks back down. We trade back up into the bearish order block. The bearish order block, and then price starts to trade down, coming into the PM session, right? So we come down and fall short of taking out the sell side, right? Trading back near equilibrium, then price pulls back up into the range, into what? A bearish order block right there, and then closes the day off. Why? Because we said, algorithm, you have to stop because the New York session is closed, right? So then the algorithm said, okay, hung out there. And then as soon as the market opened back up, boom, shot down there and took out that sell side, because this was the opposite end of the range that the algorithm had created inside the New York session, right? Inside the New York session. Now, the New York session, yes, is broke down into two different kill zones, right? But it's still, at the end of the day, it's still one session. So you can have the New York session act as one session overall, where it does something throughout the entire New York session, or you can have it do opposite things, like maybe a retracement and then a delivery, or a consolidation and then an expansion, or like it did here today, set up a range and then complete it throughout the whole session. You cannot stop the algorithm from being the algorithm, right? And so whenever we took out the highs over here, we're taking out just short-term highs inside, well, not short-term, but we could just say internal liquidity. We're taking out internal liquidity for larger ranges, right? And these larger ranges, right? You say, Tim, it's outside of the kill zones. I don't care if it's outside the kill zones. We're looking for the algorithmic signatures inside the kill zones, because the kill zones is where it's higher probability of the concepts playing out. But price is price. So when we come up and take out that high and come down and make that low, we've created a dealing range, right? Inside this dealing range, that high right there is internal liquidity, right? All we did was take out internal liquidity and then come back down and take out the external liquidity, right? We expanded, retraced, and delivered right there. Okay, took out internal liquidity. The same thing over here, right? We had a high there, we had a low there, right? That's internal liquidity, that's internal liquidity, right? We came up, we took out this internal liquidity, did not take that one, and dropped, right? Even if we don't go back to that high, if we come to this high, to that low, we got internal liquidity, we traded out, we took out that internal liquidity and traded back down to the external liquidity, showing that the sell program was still intact. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is somebody on Al Gore's internet charge you $19.95 for this. They charge you $19.95 for this. And speaking of charging, if you are interested in joining the boot camp, right? I ain't the what's name over. So it is what it is. If you're interested in joining the boot camp, got a link in the description down there. The first link in the description. It will be on sale until December 31st. The 50% off is over. It ended on December the 14th for non-gang members. Right? It's back to regular price now of $1,000. It's a 30-day boot camp where every single day, Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday, we will be doing something. right? I appreciate that, Shonister, right? I know that says Sean Steiner, right? But the first time I read it, I thought it said Shonister, and so that's what I say, right? Shout out, Shonister even got an avatar. Shonister even got an avatar here in the gang. Hey, where'd Shonister go? There's Shonister. Shonister even got an avatar. Shout out Shonister, right? So we got Monday through Friday. We're gonna be doing something. Phase 1, right? There's a playlist on my YouTube channel called The Art of Reading Price Action. You can go over there and watch it for absolutely free. Go through all 19, 20 videos, study those videos, go through, do the homework, right? And you will be well on your way. But for the month of January, phase 1, I'm redoing all of the educational videos, and we're going to do them in a setting just like this. I'm going to go through the slides. I'm going to break everything down with just me and the boot camp people, right? And you'll be there live with me to be able to ask questions once the class is over, to ask questions if you got any questions about each phase of the learning. Phase 2, we're going into tape reading every day, Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday or I'm doing something with my family. We're going to be tape reading. It's going to be the New York morning session. That's what we're going to be tape reading. Everything will be recorded. If you can't tape read with me during the New York morning session, that's fine. As far as the educational part of it, I'm thinking about doing it in the evenings, right? I'm going to put up a poll for the people to vote on, because I'm thinking if most people work, then doing it in the evenings might work better for the overall majority. So I'm going to put up a poll to see what time works best for everybody, right? In the evenings or in the morning or in the afternoon, whatever. And the majority is going to rule on that. But we're going to tape reading, right? We're going to have, looking at the January schedule, we're going to have at least 14 tape reading days. Looking at the trading days in January, at least 14, I think is going to be. And then phase 3, we're going to move into the phase of helping you develop your own entry model. If you don't know how to look at the if you don't know how to look at the PD arrays and decide, okay, this is my entry model, because you can read price all day long, but if you don't have an entry model, that's not going to help you make any money if you can read the price and you don't know when to get in, right? And then phase 4 is just going to be a combination of tape reading, studying, Q&As, and we're going to start to schedule the one-on-one conference calls. Everybody in the boot camp is going to get one hour conference call after the boot camp's in with me, just me and that individual. We're going to have a 1 hour conference call, video conference, to fine-tune any other questions or fine-tune anything that you might have still lingering. And then once the boot camp is over in January, you get to stay in the Discord for 6 months after that, so you can still stick around for the Q&As, you can still stick around for the pop-ups, you can still pick my brain inside the Discord for 6 months after that, even if you're not a current gang member, right? So if you just sign up for the boot camp, right, you'll stay in the Discord up until like the end of July, right? And the current gang members, y'all just here until you stop paying for the monthly YouTube subscriptions. Hey man, sales pitch McGee. I'm out here with my sales pitch. Hey, it's here, man. This is what it is, right? We spreading now. If you want a one-on-one, but if you just want to book a one-on-one with me, say I don't want to do no boot camp, I just want to book a one-on-one. The third link in the chat, click on that, book a one-on-one, right? I advise you just going with the boot camp, right? Going with the boot camp. That way, we got something to build off of in our one-on-one. Now we kind of know each other. I kind of know you. I can kind of help you out a little better. But coming in fresh, I don't know who you are. I feel like a one-on-one going to be a waste of your time if I don't know who you are. Because I'm going to spend most of the time trying to figure out who you are. And then I can't really help you, you know what I'm saying, with just that one-on-one. Anybody got anything for me before we get out of here? Gang, did y'all get anything out of this? Y'all get anything out of this, gang? Was this helpful? Did y'all find this helpful? Did you find it helpful? I say, did you find it helpful? Is there
This
anybody
was
still?
very helpful.
It was very helpful. I
Yes, it was.
appreciate that. I appreciate that, Deborah. Most definitely. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I appreciate y'all. Hey, I know I say the same thing over and over. You know what I'm saying? I say the same thing over and over. I try to sometimes when I talk, I feel like I be leaving stuff out. Right? Tyler. Hey man, welcome Tyler. Y'all give it up for Tyler, man. Tyler said this is his first time here. Y'all give it up for Tyler. Y'all welcome Tyler, man. Tyler, how did you find me, Tyler? Is that Tyler Veach? Do you say, is your last name Veach? Did I say that right? Tyler Veach? What's up, Rhonda? Just searching YouTube. Man, I appreciate you for pulling up on me, Tyler. Yes, you're saying it correct. Hey, man, look at that, man. My totally reading tonight. Yeah, y'all got to give it up, man. Give it up. The totally reading tonight. The totally reading tonight. Welcome, Tyler. I hope you come back. You know what I'm saying? I typically try to go live at 6 p.m. in the evenings publicly. You know what I'm saying? Publicly with the whole Al Gore's internet and talk about the price action, right? Me and the gang do other stuff, you know what I'm saying, throughout the day and all of that right there. But I try to get on here and share as much as I can publicly and not just say Price did this, Price did that. I try to give the why behind Price moving in the way that I understand the ICT concepts, right? To try to help people get their aha moment. I hope you come back and join us, right? I love all the love that everybody's showing Tyler in the chat. Hey, man, gang, if y'all ain't got nothing for me, we going to call it, man. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Mentees, it's homework review. The thing that y'all don't be doing. Y'all don't be doing no homework. So it's homework review tomorrow at 7 p.m. Since I already know y'all probably ain't going to have no questions, then I'm going to already say it. I am going to do a price action recap at 6, right? And then mentees, if y'all don't have no questions, then we just ain't going to do no homework review, right? So, but I'm going to do a price action recap at 6 o'clock tomorrow, right? And then at 7 o'clock, hey, I'm going to be like, mentees, y'all got questions? If y'all ain't got no questions, then I'm going ahead and wrap up the price action and we're going to end it. But if y'all got questions, then we're going to jump over in the Discord and we're going to do our homework review. So do me a favor, man. Go in the other room right now, wherever your loved ones are, your wife, your kids, your cats, your dogs, your gerbils, your turtles, whatever your loved ones is that's in the house with you, go find them and tell them, I love you. I do love you. I love you. I love you so right now. Go tell them I love you. Why? Because ain't nobody promised tomorrow, man. Take advantage of today while you can. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. Well, Tim, how do I confirm it? You exchange each other's love language. You let your partner know what your love language is. Your partner lets you know what their love language is. If your partner's love language is physical touch, don't just shower them with words of affirmation. They're not going to receive that love. If your partner's love language is gifts, don't just go give them a back massage. They're not going to receive that love. You have to speak in their love language so that they can understand that you're saying, I do love you, and so that they can reciprocate. If you're blessed enough for your parents to still be with you, call them up. Call them up right now. Mom, Dad, hey, I was just thinking about you. You came across my mind. Don't tell them that some crazy dude on Al Gore's internet told you to go call them. Just say, hey, you came across my mind. Just say, something laid it in my spirit. And I said, let me call my parent and say, I do love you. Now, once you do that, smile. Take this hand, take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder. Take your left hand, put it on your right shoulder, and give yourself a big old hug and say, I love you too. Hear me. Hey, man, till the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that they call price action, it's your boy, Timothy Lee. I was going to run the commercial one more time, but I ain't going to do that. It's your boy, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot. If you don't habla español, it's on my shirt too. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. Gone. Yeah.